Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us for the Unlocking Culinary Creativity with Global Trends, a webinar brought to you by Kraft Heinz and World Chefs. I am Ayla from the World Chefs office in Paris, and I'm here with two fantastic chefs. Chef Hubert Heijligers, Senior Culinary Innovator Manager at Kraft Heinz, and Chef Ed Ryan Jr., Global R&D Culinary Innovator Manager at Kraft Heinz, both based in Netherlands, Nijmegen, the oldest city of Netherlands, apparently. Welcome both.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Welcome from sunny Netherlands. I saw sunny Germany in the chat pass by.
Do you want to introduce yourself to our audience of chefs? We have right now 73 chefs lives.
That's great. Well, I'll start. My name is Ed Ryan. I've been working for Kraft Heinz for 8 years. A bit about my background. I'm a classically trained chef from the CIA in the US, but I've been also a professional food scientist slash product developer for a cumulative of 12 years. And I've been living in the Netherlands from the US for 15 years. So I'm technically European, but not Dutch. So great to be here.
And Hubert?
I can go. I'm Hubert. I'm Dutch. I joined the company 14 years ago. I a little bit similar like Ed. I have a double background. I have a bachelor in food innovation. Did my years in hospitality, and then started as a product developer at Heinz at the time 14 years ago. In the first cycle of my career, I saw the factories. I did the product innovation, which was for me honestly really working like a chef, cooking, but then with different ingredients, with industrial ingredients. So super nice. And instead of making a beautiful dish which is, or a sauce which is only like a half liter, you're going to make 5,000 kilos at a time. I really love that part of my career. Then 6-7 years ago, I switched roles and could put on my chef's white again and joined the culinary team, which we're currently building and growing with a culinary innovation team for our almost global zone.
Okay, thank you both. I know that you have put together an episode to explore how global flavor trends can inspire chefs to reinvent their cooking. I've seen all the episodes you've put together. It's going to be fantastic. Thank you very much. Before we unfold it for the rest of our audience, I just want to ask you two quick questions. So let's start with Chef Hubert. What was the inspiration for both of you that you chose to put this topic together compared with other things?
Well, for us, it's food innovation is what we daily breathe, and food innovation is something that is global for us. So we really need to understand what is happening globally. And this year we relaunched our tool, which is called the menu, and we're really super proud to share that. And after the call, we will share our global deck with you as well, with all the audience today, because this tool is for us a game changer. It's really helping us to be ahead of the curve, to innovate and understand the right flavors in the world. And today we're going to give you all a snapshot of how we work, how we innovate, and how this tool is helping us.
Okay, so just a little spoiler, we know that you're going to talk about ketchup. And then, so we're going to ask our chefs a question, how often they use the ketchup. Do you want me to ask now or after we see the video? What do you think?
Oh, I would love to see it in the chat now.
Okay,
Yes.
so let's launch it. So the question is very simple. How often you're using ketchup in your cooking? Me, for sure, I know that I have your ketchup in my fridge right now. I don't eat it daily, but for sure weekly. I consume it, is there. So yeah, I see already answers plugging in. And then while they answer, I'm going to ask Chef Ed Ryan. So if you see in the chat, we have chefs from everywhere. So Australia, Ireland, Greece, Bangladesh, from all over the world, which they come with different perspectives about food. So what should they expect from you guys today?
Well, I think something a bit different than the usual, because we, our chefs, have been working in hospitality. We've been trained in hospitality, working in hotels and restaurants, but we work in a corporate environment, and we're working as innovation chefs in the R&D department.
Mhm.
And we look at food in a little bit different way in terms of what is possible. What can we bring to life through our products, but more importantly, in terms of inspiration, right? And this is something that's really important for us as a business, but at the same time, for our consumers, our guests, even our customers as well. So this is a big part of our job, and then also it's fun to create. To take something from a concept from paper and bring it to life through taste, that's quite a unique job to have.
Yeah. Okay, thank you both. I see that here, just to share the result, we see that 23% say that they
Wow.
use it daily,
Nice.
38% use it weekly, 22% monthly, 7% yearly, and 10% never.
Well, we'll see after the video. Maybe that 10%
Maybe we can
will change.
convince them.
Yes. Okay. So we have a lot to showcase. So I will prepare the video now. I motivate chefs to ask questions. In the end, we will come back with both our chefs and discuss what we're gonna see. So for the moment, enjoy the work that they've put together. It's around 30 minutes of inspiration. Be generous with your questions, and then after we will meet again to discuss. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Kraft Heinz Innovation Center here in Nijmegen, the Netherlands. My name is Ed Ryan. I'm the Culinary Innovation Manager, and today I'm joined by...
I'm Hubert Heijligers, also Culinary Innovation Manager, leading the Culinary Innovation team here in Nijmegen. Today, we're going to talk to you about tomato ketchup, but mainly about how we innovate with tomato ketchup and how we do that on a global scale. Our job as innovation chef is a little bit different than our past lives in hospitality. We need to understand, we have a global reach and we need to understand global culinary trends. So we are going to take you today in this video we're going to adopt you in our world of culinary innovation. We're going to show you a system, a tool that we have, which is called the menu. And the menu gives us an insight in all the trends, all the cuisines, all the dishes that are hot and happening in all the different countries that we operate in. The menu is our global culinary trends tool. It means that we get insights and information on global culinary trends from menus, from restaurant menus, and from social media. We scan these trends and we plot them into what we call vision curves. So life cycles of trends is something upcoming, is something growing, or is something already well established in a market. Today, we're going to give you a snapshot of this global report. We will share it with you after this call, and we're going to give you some examples of how we use the menu in our day-to-day. The slide we will show you now shows the preparation methods to watch. So these are all techniques that are trending, in this case globally. And as you can see, fermenting and pickling both are shown here. As you know, fermenting and pickling, they are ancient techniques. And these ancient techniques are picked up by chefs. There's of course a huge Nordic trend on this, but also rediscovered by home cooks and rediscovered in commercial products. These fermented and pickled flavors, they can bring a lot of depth and new flavors to dishes. Now you have seen all these food trends of the menu on the screen. We're going to put it into action. We're going to do it live. Our first sample, or our first product, is tomato ketchup pickle. We launched this last year, and as the name says, it's a tomato ketchup with pickle flavor. And it is a great addition to the host foods. Your first thought might be hamburger. It goes great on a burger. Maybe you can even save some money and remove the pickle from your hamburger. But as an innovation chef, we need to have a look at how can we stretch the usage of this product. How can we inform and influence the consumer to use it in more and more occasions. So we try to pair it with foods that link to that. And we try to pair it with foods that maybe have the same fattiness from a beef burger, but in a different way. So what we're going to make today is we're going to make a very simple and quick cream cheese crostini with sardines and pickle ketchup. So here we have
a nice lightly toasted crostini. I already pre-toasted it because it's quite a big slice. I kept it a little bit soft on the inside, and now we're gonna dress it to be a bit of Nordic style sardine, toasty crostini, or smørrebrød, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna start with some cream cheese. This is just your ordinary cream cheese. We're gonna spread that on top, and then next we're gonna do the sardines. For this we picked some nice Nordic sardines. I will take them over here. So the only thing we have to do here, they're nice and fatty and oily. What we're gonna do is only take out the little bone that's inside. Let's see if I have a knife over here, that's easier. So I'll just take that little part out, put it over here. I think for this sandwich we can use maybe 2. I really like these. And the flavor and the fattiness of the sardines and tomato ketchup, that's really working well. So also with this one, bone out, put them on top. We still have a little room to dress it up, because the next layer is going to be a red onion pickle. I wanted to say tomato pickle. Red onion pickle. So for today we really made a basic red onion pickle. We used a ratio water vinegar 1:1. I added some black peppercorn, a little bit of bay leaf. That's it. Pinch of salt. The only big difference to a regular pickle is that in this case I decided not to add sugar to it, so it's quite a sour pickle. The sugar and the sweetness in this dish will come from the tomato ketchup that we're gonna put on top in the next step. So just a little bit of, you see the nice color difference, the red, the white, or the pinkish red, the fish, and then it can use some more deep colors with the tomato ketchup.
Yeah, and we have actually put the Heinz tomato ketchup pickle in a piping bag, and now we're just going to add it on top of the bread or the crostini in little dollops. And what Hubert was mentioning before was that the ketchup surprisingly works really well with the fattiness of the fish, similar to like a burger, but it's much more light as well. Just put a few dots here to make it a really nice presentation.
And then lastly, to finish it off, we're gonna do some parsley. I have a little bit of parsley. I don't need a lot. A little bit of parsley here. You can use scallions as well, or something else, something green, some microgreens to pimp it up a bit. Today we had some parsley in the kitchen, so I'm just gonna twist that up, and that's it. I have a little plate over here. Just gonna put it and show it to you. This is a beautiful little starter. Crostini, cream cheese, sardines, pickled red onions, and gherkin flavored ketchup. The next one that we're going to do, so what you see here is a vision curve. As I mentioned in the introduction, this vision curve shows established cuisines on a global base, in this case growing cuisines, and breakthrough cuisines. And here, and let's zoom in a little bit into the growing section, you see Thai cuisine, where this, of course, this sriracha flavor originates from, but also the others I mentioned. So Southeast Asian as a combined region. And if I look carefully, I see Vietnamese there as well. So you see this is booming amongst other Asian cuisines, Korean, Chinese, so Asian is really on the rise here. And then as we move to the breakthrough section, we see, for example, here Filipino cuisine and also Indonesian. And let's zoom into Indonesia a bit. It's breakthrough. It's a growing cuisine globally, and it is a massive one. It's one to watch. For me, as a Dutch, it's a super interesting cuisine because we have a heritage there. So a lot of the traditional dishes are known to the Dutch, but it's lovely to see that it's spreading further across the globe. But what is really interesting is the difference between European Indonesian cuisine, so what came over here, or the traditional Indonesian cuisine. And to zoom in even further, we're gonna have a look at rendang. Rendang is a dish that is growing as well. It is a beef stew. It's originated from the island of Sumatra, and it's basically it's originated from an Indian curry. But what they do with this beef stew, and it's a big difference between European rendang and truly Indonesian rendang, which I learned from my Indonesian colleagues, is that the Sumatran beef rendang is super dry. And I learned that they cook it that dry and long to preserve it. So basically it's an ancient preserving technique from the 1600s to bring this rendang on travels and keep it for a couple of days. And by cooking it super dry, also all the flavors are absorbed by the meat. Well, today, as we have a global audience and we're looking at more trending dishes, we're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to make a rendang fusion. So we're going to make a chicken rendang, so ayam rendang if we do it Indonesian. And we're going to serve that with a nice bowl of rice. But to start, we're going to make a bumbu. We're going to make the rendang spice paste. So if we come on over here, we have the Thermomix over here. And I already prepared some simple ingredients. We have some onions already pre-sliced. Oh, one out. They all go in. Some garlics that go in as well. There's going to be a lot of flavor in this. I have some galangal, 2 nice pieces over here that I'm just going to chop up roughly, and that go in as well. So this galangal is really nice in Indonesian cuisine. It's so rich and flavorful, and while I'm cutting it, all the flavors come out. Of course, our friend ginger. I'm just quickly, it's quite clean, so the only thing I do is quickly scrape it, so I lose not too much. I lose not too much of the ginger when I scrape it, in principle. And I don't want to insult anybody, but you can also, if it's nice and clean, just chop it up as it is and throw it in. So I'm just going to cut off the top and the bottom and a little bit of the dry bit here. I'm going to move that to the side. Chop it up. So that's my ginger that goes in. Of course, Indonesian cuisine and especially Sumatran cuisine as well. Chilies, these are the rawit ones. I will only take off the green bit, and for the rest, for this one, I will put them in whole, seeds and all. So to give it a really, really nice spicy kick. And because we're using, we're making a chicken or ayam rendang, I'm adding a little bit of kaffir lime leaves. I really love the freshness of these leaves. I just crush them in. Only the middle bit of the leaf I'll take out. So that's the first bit of the ingredients. To give it our fusion twist, I'm gonna make sure it blends well with a little bit of tomato ketchup. And with that little dash of ketchup, it will first of all really give it a nice smooth texture while we blend it. And second of all, the tanginess of the ketchup I think we're going to add some tamarind paste, but can maybe replace a little bit of the tamarind. And lastly, the sugar. I don't have any palm sugar on hand, So the sugar in the ketchup helps also with that sweetness of the dish. So let's have a look at that, how it turned up. We saved you a little bit the blending part because that will be very noisy. But look at that. Maybe due to the ketchup, it's not your average rendang color, but that's fine. Remember, we're gonna make a fusion chicken rendang dish today. It's nicely blended up. And Ed's gonna take over now, and we're gonna make the stew itself.
So we're going to do a step-by-step of the chicken rendang, starting with we're going to first brown some chicken. So I have a pot here. And I'm just going to put some neutral oil in to first help brown our chicken. And we're going to also be cutting some red pepper and orange pepper for the base as well. This is a fusion dish, so we definitely want to make it more future trend, which is also more healthy and also a bit more dynamic with different elements of vegetables.
Indeed, a proper rendang, a beef rendang, would not contain peppers.
I'm ready to go on this.
You want them long diced or like julienne, or how do you want
I
them?
think like you have right there is a good size.
Thank you, boss.
Yeah. You know what's best, right? Right?
Or let me cut these up for you. No problem at all. What kind of chicken are we using, Ed?
We're using chicken thigh. Normally you can have it with skin on, so you could also do chicken thigh and chicken drumsticks as well. This is what we have on hand. We like to try to be a zero waste kitchen, so we try to use as much of what we have in our kitchen as possible. So this is some chicken that we had in the kitchen for this dish. And we keep it in this size. Obviously you can cut it up into smaller pieces, but we're going to be stewing this, and the larger pieces helps with the texture as well.
We're now going to add some extra flavor to the chicken for the final dish by browning it.
Yeah, we're first, exactly. So in a traditional rendang, we obviously they would first heat up the spices. Then they would add the rendang base paste that we had made. Then they would add the chicken. And I always feel like there's an extra step that's missing with browning the chicken. During my training at the CIA, my chef at the time would say, what you're doing is you're adding that love to the dish, right? The taste. And that's what browning can give you as well.
Meanwhile, I'll put the other ingredients there. Over here we have the paste that we just made. We have some tamarind paste for that nice tangy, deep flavor, and some turmeric, which goes great with this chicken dish.
Yep, exactly.
And lastly, for flavor, we're gonna add some star anise, and do you see it? And some cinnamon sticks.
Yeah.
But we'll leave that in the dish when it's stewing.
Yeah.
And maybe it's interesting if you think about tomato ketchup. If you really taste it deeply, you will taste even that cinnamon stick in it. So that's why in this blend over here, this tomato ketchup can help, because cinnamon, clove, these are natural flavors that we use in Indonesian cuisine. So that's why we thought the pairing in this dish could definitely work.
Just want to get a nice caramelized surface on the chicken. Nothing too intense. To give a little bit of that flavor. Now I'm just going to transfer it to a bowl. Just put it onto the side. And then we're going to put that, Hubert, if you can help me put the pepper into the pan here as well.
You want to have the paste in the pan?
No, the peppers.
Oh, the peppers. Oh, you're gonna that's really nice because you have the fat of the chicken in there.
Exactly, yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Here you go. So the fat of the chicken can coat the peppers really nicely
Yep.
now.
Exactly.
And today we're going to serve it with a bowl of rice, but also think about a Asian bun, a steamed bun, or even a slice of bread or something like that, a wrap. It's going to be really fantastic with those kind of ingredients as well. Let me already get you a clean pan for the next step, Ed.
Yep. Okay, now we're going to start with a clean pan and start transferring this over with the chicken.
Just help you a little bit here. There you
Thank
go.
If you can get started heating up the oil. Okay, now we're going to put our spices in there. We got the cinnamon stick and the star anise. We got 2 pods of that. And just put it in. We're going to basically use the oil to help to aromaticize the spices.
Aromaticize, is that a
I
word?
don't know.
Ed?
It's not a word. It's something I just made up. Maybe it is. I don't know.
The new word.
The English language has a lot of words. So yeah. Yeah. If you put the word IZE at the end of it,
Aromatizing, I love it.
let's
continue.
yeah, indeed. It's really nice. You can smell the cinnamon and the star anise. It's really nice.
And then next step, the paste.
Yep. Next step, we're going to do the paste. We'll add that in.
I made it quite spicy. I added 4, 5, 6
You
romaine
did
peppers.
it, really?
Yes. I know you love your spiciness.
So this is our paste with very spicy chilies. I'm looking forward to that, Hubert. Really. You know. It's gonna be nice. You know, it does not smell like ketchup, so it's good, you know. Also add a bit of turmeric as well in there. This will help with the color.
I think cooking with the ketchup, can you tell a little bit about that, Ed? What does it do?
Actually, yes. So as you know, with ketchup, we have tomato paste, water, but also vinegar. And this vinegar is something that can be quite pungent if you eat the ketchups on its own. But when you cook ketchup, it actually changes in taste. It actually becomes more, not only just sweet, but also a bit more umami. And that vinegar part also cooks out. And it actually creates a lot of balance within the dish. So it actually will work really well for this dish because we have this chicken. We also have a little bit of oil as well as in the pastes and this type of thing. So there will be a nice balance throughout the dish using the tomato ketchup.
I found some spring onions. You want them as a decoration in the end?
We'll need a bit to actually cook in with the dish itself as well, so it'd be good to have. Yeah.
You want some bigger pieces?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Say some medium dice. That'd be good. So then now we'll add the chicken and the yellow pepper back in. And then we'll just cook this together. We'll also turn it up a little bit so that it helps with the cooking.
The greens we can use for decoration later.
Yeah.
These can go in.
Yep.
There you go.
Also, if you can get you have a bit of salt on hand somewhere?
Of course, I have a grinder here. Yeah, because in the paste there was no salt. It definitely needs a little bit of salt.
Not too much because we're going to be cooking this down, so We'll adjust or season to taste later on as well. And what we'll do is also add a little bit of water. So this will help with the stewing part. And then we'll just let it cook over time. We'll then occasionally also take out some of the oil that may leach out during the cooking process. And we'll start to finish it with our tamarind paste and coconut milk. Looking pretty good.
Really nice.
Yes.
Here you go.
So add a little bit of water.
Can grab you a lid if you want to leave it to stew.
Yes, please. More. Cook out. You could also use chicken stock as well. We just use water because there's a lot of flavor in here to begin with. And we'll occasionally come back to check on this and to skim it. Okay, we just let that simmer just a little bit, and then we're just gonna add in our tamarind paste. So we have this beautiful tamarind paste that we'll add in. So we'll add a bit of flavor as well as some acidity. Just mix that in a bit. Then we'll get to add in our coconut milk as well. What's nice about coconut milk, it helps to really balance out the heat with the spiciness of this dish. And believe me, I'm gonna need it because a little bit of information about me. I'm not a big fan of spicy food. I know it's kind of surprising being a chef and all, but this is a big area for me to overcome. And that's it. Now we're gonna let this simmer covered for about 30 minutes so it really cooks down and becomes much thicker in texture. So we'll see you in a bit. So now we've been cooking this for 30 minutes, and now let's take a look. It looks really good. Just give it a quick stir to see how it is. It looks really nice and thick as well. It's not too loose. Again, it's similar to a stew consistency, but overall had kind of a dryish look on the surface. Before we plate, we should always taste to make sure this is something that's going to be worth plating.
I'm gonna dig in as well, Ed. I see you loosened up the chicken a little bit to have the bits a bit smaller.
Indeed.
Oh, that's hot.
It's hot.
Oh, but it's delicious.
It's really good. All right, so I guess it's ready to plate. What we're going to do is I already have some rice that's been cooked up, some jasmine rice here. And we're going to do a little technique that I learned from our Indonesian colleagues when they were here, which is to put the rice in this bowl to help shape it, which is a really nice presentation. And then I think we'll get the place started there as well.
I've got you covered.
So I'm going to flip the bowl over. And I'm going to do this. So,
We'll move you over here, Ed.
no problem. And then we'll actually, what I can do is just go in a little bit here like this. Then we can show this beautiful chicken running down right on top as well.
And remember, it's a fusion dish. And we use the ketchup to create a more depth in the flavor of this dish. We've got some greens on the side to finish it up, to garnish it.
Looking good.
Well, enjoy tomato ketchup. I am rendang.
Not bad. So that concludes our special cooking session with you all. We're going to go now to a Q&A, but we hope that you leave inspired and also a bit curious on what more we can do with Heinz tomato ketchup and the trends from around the world. So thank you.
Thank you.
Whew, charge the demonstration, I would say. Thank you very much for putting this together for our audience of chefs. Thank you both.
You're welcome. It was a great time to do this, and also just to bring it to life is also really fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions that I noted down from the chat. People can
Mhm.
still plug in their questions in the question and answer session. However, I want to start with a comment. It's not a question, it's a comment. Say, hi, Ryan from Indonesia. It's a great honor that one of our dishes is being highlighted today. Hopefully, food, flavor, and creativity can bring all of us together.
I love that comment, honestly. Thank you for the comment. I'm really happy to learn from all our colleagues across the globe. I hope to learn future-wise from all of you in the call, because it's food that needs to bring us together. It's delicious.
Mhm. So, one person asks, where do you source your food trend data for the menu tool?
Good question. We source it from basically global menu scraping, and we use social media. So it's a mix of. We have a reach of 14 countries on the globe for our own internal tool, and it's a mix indeed in these countries of menu scraping and social media.
Okay. From what we talked a little bit while, I think you said that there are 60 chefs that work with Kraft Heinz worldwide right now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yes, we
interesting.
have. It's more than 60, in fact, but this is a great community to have within the business, because we actively share ideas with each other and concepts, and especially in terms of how to use our products in different ways. And what's really great is when we get together, we also train each other on the different cuisines as well. So even today, we even had a lunch, and we had a Brazilian lunch, which was really nice. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So basically, drawing on the fermentation trend, are you considering looking at developing a gochujang
And the
ketchup?
gochujang ketchup. Oh yes, I would love to make one. I think we already prototyped it in the past. So these kind of flavors really pair well with our ketchup, and that's something that we do on a weekly base. Um, to be honest, we don't have a gochujang ketchup on the market, but we do have a sriracha, sweet sriracha ketchup on the market now, I believe in the UK.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. We're getting there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I see how this might be very specific, but still, I'm also very curious. How could you adapt this global vision to pastry?
I think looking at the comments on the pastry as well, it's a perfect host food to carry a lot of different flavors. So I think you can. I saw in the chat something about filling it in a pastry, right? And correct me if I got it wrong, but I think it is a plain carrier where you can go towards all cuisines. Doesn't really matter if you're gonna do a rendang or a more Central European stew or a Latin beans dish. That for me, that all fits with pastry.
So you approve. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Go.
I
So
was wondering if it was like a savory pastry or a sweet pastry, because of course there's different combinations of flavors there as well. And
me myself, when I was in Singapore, I tried some desserts that I would never imagine to find those ingredients, like for example, beans in a dessert, but I tried it and it was fantastic. So this is why I was
yeah.
also curious. So there was a discussion there asking why did you chose to do the chicken? Why did you not do it on a pan? So someone say maybe because you are trying to replicate a traditional recipe, or why was this decision?
It was actually a conscious decision to make the ingredients a bit more visible on the video. So if
Okay.
you're using a nonstick pan or something black, it's very hard to see what's happening in the pan. So there was a kind of production or technical decision on that.
Okay.
And also as a recipe, there are many different types of equipment you could use. There's no, I would say, right or wrong piece of equipment you could use for this particular dish. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a great advice in case they want to do like a TikTok or produce a nice video. When the ingredients are visible, will always be nicer. Good. What is your favorite variety of a ketchup?
I
Hmm.
I love our the spicy ketchups that we have. I love either I mix it with a hot sauce, or what I just mentioned. Recently launched a sriracha ketchup. I love it.
Okay. And you, Ed Ryan?
For me, well, I'm kind of a classic because I'm from the United States, so classic tomato ketchup is my favorite. The flavored ones, especially the pickle one is really nice, especially with the crostini that we made because it's just surprisingly good. You just keep wanting to have it again and again. So I would say my runner-up would be the pickle ketchup.
Now
Yeah.
I'm getting very curious. I will look it around here in Paris if I can find it,
I
hopefully.
think you can, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there were comments saying that they really like Kraft Heinz brand, but they don't find the pickle one in Filipina. So hey, guys, keep notes. Filipina is asking for that. Okay, and then can chicken stock be used instead of water? I think you said this, but just you can repeat it again.
Yes, we used water just for the simplicity of the recipe. You can, of course, use chicken stock, vegetable stock, of course, with the food that you're cooking with for the dish. Yeah.
Okay. Can we use a coconut cream instead of coconut milk?
Um, you could use a coconut cream, but you may have to dilute it just a bit. But yes, actually, coconut cream can be used in this recipe as well. There are many varieties of rendang dishes. Sorry, my pronunciation is not that great. So apologies to my Indonesian colleagues. But the basically there are many variations of this recipe, and this is, of course, you can use. Yeah.
Okay. A very interesting question. Instead of tomato ketchup, can a banana ketchup be an alternative too?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I think for us, we were introduced to banana ketchup from the Philippines, I think a year ago, 2 years ago. So it was new to us. Um, a very interesting product, very interesting flavor. It's not in our current portfolio. I think you can, but honestly, we need to try it. We need to experiment with it. So I presume this question comes from the Philippines. Let's connect and test it. I think these things you just go in the kitchen and see if it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. I see a comment. I mixed Heinz ketchup with pomegranate molas. The taste was amazing.
Oh yes, that's a great mix. You can even make kind of a dressing out of it if you add a little bit of oil to it. Lovely combination.
Yeah.
And what about the rice? Instead of jasmine rice, can we use basmati or long grain rice?
Oh, I think you can use it all as long as you wash it.
Okay. I see a comment here. People are asking, do we receive a bad digital certificate for this webinar? Yes, everyone will be certified. And if you are following us from Facebook, there is a little quiz that you should take in order to be certified. But yes, all the participants will be certified by the end. As an innovation chef myself, I do a lot of twisted innovation for my dining service. Will you consider a 100% Indian origin ketchup, like for butter chicken, puli munchi, or a spicy mango ketchup?
I think there's always an opportunity to create something new, especially for different markets and also for, those types of cultures as well. So yes, but I would think as well, like we need to see in terms of the consumer or the people who are going to be consuming this sauce to understand if this is the right profile we should be using. Because it's even today with the rendang dish we made, rendang, sorry, I said it again, which was it was with a European twist, right? But it's classically or traditionally how it's made in Indonesia. It's far different.
Do you have this is a question for me now that because people are asking, for example, can you find those products in India? Are you in India, guys?
I think our standard Heinz ketchup is almost everywhere over the world. These flavored varieties, it really differs on in what part of the globe that you are. Pickle ketchup, for example, I know has been available in Europe and I believe in Latin America and North America. Uh, but I don't have the full
Mhm.
global rollout of these flavors top of mind.
Mhm. Someone is asking, do you have a platform where you share similar recipes to what we share today, like where they can follow, even for home cooking? Do you have like a or maybe yeah.
I think for home cooking, it's our global Kraft Heinz website.
Okay.
Um, we do on a day-to-day, but this is an internal platform. We share with all the chefs globally that Ed was talking about. We share all these recipes that we create. We do that, but for the global or for the out of the company audience, we have to refer to the Kraft Heinz website.
And I saw that some people were asking for you for your LinkedIn's. I think you are both in LinkedIn, right? They can just chase you
Yep.
there, connect for any question.
As long as you can spell my last name, then that's not a problem.
Or add Kraft Heinz to it or Heinz, you'll find it for sure.
Yes. Okay. I see more questions are coming in apparently. Chefs, do you have some programs to educate new culinary chefs? I'm not sure if this is addressed to World Chefs or to Kraft Heinz. We have online courses they can take in World Chefs website. In case there is something you want to say from your end, feel free.
Well, I'm aware of local programs happening with our chefs in our network that are actively training students in local universities or schools. So that's always the case here in the Netherlands. We also do that as well with schools locally from us. And we sometimes have an opportunity where we invite them to our center to actually learn more about how we make these our products. Yeah.
I think the best way in this case is to keep an eye on your Instagrams and on your official pages, and probably you'll launch there all the news.
Definitely.
Can you
Definitely.
tell me, please, what is the difference rendang between Malaysian style and Indonesian style? I don't know if you know this, maybe it's out of your expertise, but in case you know.
Oh no, for me that's I don't know.
Okay, okay. It's left to be discovered then.
I hope to learn from maybe somebody in the chat.
Well, I think if there is no more questions, we have addressed everything that I've seen so far in the chat. I see also lots of compliments for both of you for putting this together. Inspiring session. Thank you. Thank you for everything. This is what we needed. So it's very interesting that a very specific product like the ketchup turns into a whole webinar where people can learn and develop future innovation ideas for their kitchens. So do you want to do any closing remarks?
Well, I can, start. It's a great opportunity. I wanted to also thank Georgina, who's in the call as well. She's been a great advocate for chefs within our business, but more importantly, to have brought this idea to life. So I wanted to personally give a thank you to her, as well as to the rest of the team. I mean, it's a great opportunity that we have to get inspiration from all the different chefs, but more importantly from you all today. You've definitely inspired us with some great ideas. We will definitely take it back to the kitchen to make something new. So you might see us somewhere else, but thank you again for the opportunity. Really appreciate it.
No, I can only add to that. It was a nice experience, and I'm really happy that we could share our world of chefing with all of you. Thank you for the opportunity, and hope to see you soon.
I hope to see you both soon. So probably in the future we will have another webinar that will be available. And of course, we are in contact via our social channels. Thank you both. See you soon. Bye.
Goodbye.